I love creating content, and if you're watching this, so do you. I'm going to show you what I think are the dopest tools for creating content currently. Now, I'm going to say currently because this happens to change every 6 months or so, but one of these three has been a long-standing champion for going on 2 years. So let me break it down to you. First and foremost, anybody starting out, we always say start with your phone. I absolutely love my phone. Now, this has a Telsin Master Grip, which makes my phone a little bit cuter for shooting content, but even without that, just your phone is a good way to start. There are many reasons why I don't want to shoot with my phone, and a lot of it has to do with I'm using the phone for directions or Wi-Fi or something else, or maybe even I'm using my phone to do a call while I'm shooting videos, and so it doesn't always work. So my second favorite camera in this process would be my Osmo Pocket 3. Now, you know this guy, you've seen this guy, it's very popular, and unfortunately, due to things going in the world right now, this guy is a little bit pricey for what many people want to pay. So the value proposition is no longer as good as it was when it came out 2 years ago. But I have got every single cent of my value out of this camera. It has been in probably about 25 cities, a whole bunch of states, couple of countries. This guy is legit. This is legit one of my favorites. Well, in order to make this guy cooler, I added a wee little brother to it not that long ago, and this is the Osmo Action 5 Pro. So this guy has been with me for, I want to say, since it came out, but those two is what I would tell everybody is the 1-2 punch when it comes to creating good content that's not creating content with your phone. You know what's better than a 1-2 punch combination? A 1-2-3 punch combination. I just added the DJI Osmo Nano, and I'm going to tell you why I picked up this camera. This video is not sponsored in any way. These are just my opinions. There's something absolutely incredible about dope POV shots when you take the necklace and you stick it on your chest and you get good POV shots here. There's also a piece that allows you to clip it to a cap or something like that. But the back of this guy is magnetic, so you can stick it to something that's, well, magnetic, and it would just sort of work there. There's just a whole bunch of things I really like about this guy. One of my favorite features, which not a lot of people talk about, is because it's all in the same app as my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and my DJI Action 5 Pro. I kind of want the Action 6, but I'm going to stop myself. Is I can take this guy and just slap it onto the exact same accessories and it just works. So if I want to add it to the selfie stick, it kind of just slaps. And that to me is a big deal. Now, I used to shoot a lot of stuff with the Insta360 Go 3S, and there is nothing wrong with this camera. This camera is amazing. My only frustration is when I was using that plus my Osmo Pocket 3, I was having to go back and forth between multiple apps, and that just kind of drove me insane. And I always said the second that DJI came out with something that was like the Go 3S, but in the Nano version, and it slaps. Cool about this guy, I can shoot it this way where the lens, what do you call that, screen is facing the back so I can see what I'm doing on forward shots, but I could also just disconnect it and flip it around and then shoot it that way. So I don't have the thing of the screen flipping up, which, you know, it works really well on the Insta360, but it can be like it's a difference, okay? And what I mean by that, sounds crazy. When this is, to me, less obtrusive when it's like this as opposed to when the screen is flipped up. For some reason, people don't pay as much attention to it. And one of the things that I like to do when I'm out shooting is to be inconspicuous. And it's not because I'm shooting anything crazy. I want to be inconspicuous because I don't want to make anybody else feel uncomfortable. So there's something about screen facing you, put it on a little Wii stick, and then shoot your content. Now, there are tons of people that got videos on what the video looks like and what the workflow is, and I didn't really want to overdo that. I wanted to think about and talk to you guys about what is the use case for adding something like this to the party. At right now, the cheaper version, the version with the smaller memory is at a really good price, and this one was only like $329. And I just thought for what it is, being able to take the iPhone out less, especially because in Japan, I'm going to be using the iPhone as both Wi-Fi and GPS. So I don't really want to kill the battery shooting everything with the phone. This is going to be good. I can just have it on and get a bunch of vlog style shot with this camera. Couple other things this does for me. When I'm on the road, if I don't bring the Osmo Pocket 3 or the Osmo Action 5 Pro, this guy works as a webcam. I can just plug it in and it will work as a webcam. Also, in the DJI's recent updates, you can just use the USB-C cable to get the footage in and out of this guy really, really quickly. I also like the fact that the camera can be disconnected from the body and they work at a relatively decent distance. I'm not going to walk too far away from my camera, but there's something really good about this form factor. I've always loved it in the Insta360, and I would highly recommend that camera to anyone. This one just gets a big leg up. I can't speak today. This will get a big leg up just for the fact that for the workflow of having it all in a single app makes life better. So I did pick up the 128 edition, and this is what I'm taking with me to Japan for my primary content creation process. And you know what's really cool about this? This is all smaller than a standard mirrorless camera, and the video that come out of all three is really good. Now, a couple things. When you watch some of these other videos, and trust me, go watch them. There's some great ones. As a matter of fact, I would tell you to go watch my man David Manning. His video is one of the best in the game. I would also tell you to go watch Tamar Gabriel. Her video on this is also relatively incredible. Yes, these guys will connect with my DJI mics, like such, and then I have the baby kit right here, which is the smaller DJI mics, the DJI mic minis. I love the fact that it connects with that. That makes it super tight. But as a person just creating and trying to be quick with it, just take it as it is. Don't change any settings. Just go shoot stuff with it as it is out of the box from the way it looks directly out the factory, so you can get an idea of, is that acceptable for you? And then start thinking about doing D-Log-M and some of the other things. All my filmmaker friends, they're all telling you to shoot in D-Log-M, and I think that is incredible. I'm not going to do that. I really just want to make content and make it really, really fast and get it out of the camera into the phone and into the phone onto the internet as soon as possible. And I'll probably, as a person who understands like how cute it would look if I actually took the time to do the D-Log-M, but I think for a lot of people just starting out, that's where the frustration comes in when you buy something, even like the Osmo Pocket 3 or the action cameras like this or something like this, is you start looking at all of our friends on the internet telling you how cool it looks in D-Log-M, and you got to bring your setting down and you got to adjust the sharpness and you got to do this other stuff, and that starts to overwhelm you and freak you out. Take the camera out of the box the way the factory intent is. Shoot some videos and post like 10, 15, 20 videos as is before you jump into learning how to do all of the extra stuff. Because we're talking about this today and somebody said it in the chat. Well, I will do such and such once I learn how to use my camera. You shouldn't have to learn how to use your camera like that. You should get content done while you're learning how to do your camera. Just like we talked about in yesterday's video, don't get stuck in the learning loop. Take the camera out, put the battery in, and just shoot. And don't feel bad about it. I would tell you, out of every 1,000 people that buy this camera, more than 960 of them take it out the box and shoot. It's that last 40 that make the YouTube videos that make you feel weird because you haven't dug into all of the cool menus and learned how to put it in pro mode. Now, maybe one day I'll make a video about how that works, but today I just wanted to give you a use case because it is some sales going on right now, and if you see this, it just did start shipping in the US a couple weeks ago. I'm going to just say this is a rock star. This is a rock star, especially if you already own an Osmo Pocket 3 or an Osmo Action 5, or you just want to shoot more content and you kind of want to stop using your phone. The ability to put this guy in tiny little places and shoot content, this is the winner right here. This is the DJI Osmo Nano, and I'm going to just say, go and get it. Now, I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comments section below. I'm going to be bugging the heck out of you guys to shoot as many videos as possible coming up in 2026. I even talked some people into trying to do 365 like the 365 I just completed, because I think it's the fastest way for you to actually learn this craft is by actually doing it instead of watching a bunch of videos trying to tell you how to do it. So if you think you're about that life and you want to get in and you want to make a commitment to try to produce as many videos as possible in 2026, let me know in the comment section below so maybe we can put together a little SEAL Team 6 and we can go to town crushing videos together, because it's so much easier when you're doing it with your friends. If you like this video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch, and I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk.